Okay, I can't do this without my head looking kind of weird, like I'm staring down or something, but anyway. So a few weeks back, my wife bought some Nighthawk dinners, just to have in the fridge so we could have when we didn't want to, cook. And she ate two of them and left the third one in there, and I could never figure out why. So the other day I was like, oh, I'll eat it. So it's a hamburger steak grilled with corn. The corn was good. The hamburger steak tasted like the box. It was like really, really bad. So I have decided to remake one of these and do it myself, and then I can actually put these in containers and stuff and make my own TV dinners. I've got 4 hamburger patties here, and I'm going to salt them fairly liberally. And move the camera around a lot because I'm doing this all by myself. I don't know how this is going to work. And I'm going to take them out to the grill and grill them. So I'll be right back. I'm out here at the grill, and as you can see, it's on over like 600 degrees. I have a very well used Weber grill. I love this thing. So I turned it on a little while ago, let it heat up for about 15 minutes. Then I scrubbed it down to clean the grills real well, and then I oiled it down. I got some oil with some tongs, and I oiled down the grates. So it not only cleans them, but it makes everything non-stick. So this thing is screaming hot, and we're going to put us these 4 steaks, or hamburger steaks, on the grill. And I'm probably gonna let them go like 4 minutes on this side with the grill closed, and then we'll flip them over and see what they look like. So I've got a 3-burner grill, so it gets up over 600 degrees. So I leave all 3 burners on high. These weigh about a half a pound a piece, so I'm gonna go 4 minutes and 4 minutes. Hopefully that'll leave them a little bit like on the medium side. That way, when she goes to heat them up, to reheat them, it won't totally overcook it, and it'll make it about medium well when it gets heated up. All right, let's take a look at these bad boys, see what we look like. Whoa! Okay, yeah, that's looking pretty good. So I'm gonna flip them now. Or attempt to flip them now. So as you can see, I could not do that and hold on to the camera at the same time. But you can now see them, and I'm gonna go for another 4 minutes. All right, we're gonna open up the lid and hope everything's not black. No, that looks about right. All right, I'm gonna take them off and take them in the house. And we'll start working on the other stuff. Rest for about 10 minutes or so before, but since I'm doing this, I'm gonna let them cool completely and put them in the dinners. But if you're gonna have one of these right now, cover it with aluminum foil, let it rest for about 10 minutes. It'll let everything, the juice and everything stay in there and keep everything moist, and it'll still be warm. So these Nighthawk dinners used to come with some garlic butter on them. They don't anymore, but I am going to make some. So what I have here is a stick of butter and a whole bunch of roasted garlic. I put the garlic in some aluminum foil, dumped a little olive oil on it, and wrapped it up. I put it in the oven at 350 degrees for like 45 minutes. And now it will just squeeze out of here. Oh, and it's still hot. It will squeeze out, and I'm gonna mix this with the butter and then put it back in the fridge so it'll harden up a little bit. Okay, so I mixed all the butter with the roasted garlic, and I probably should have waited until it got a little bit cooler, but I mean, this will still work. I'm gonna pour the butter on this piece of saran wrap. I'm sorry, plastic wrap. It's not really saran. I don't know if they even sell saran wrap anymore. Then I can actually roll it up like this here, and I can make the stick of butter out of it again. And I'll put this in the fridge and let it harden again, and then we can slice it. So I've diced up some potatoes. Now these 9 o'clock dinners just had corn in them, but I mean, if I'm gonna do this right, I might as well add some mashed potatoes to it too, right? So I'm gonna bring these to a boil. Let's turn this baby on high. Bring this to a boil, turn it down to a simmer, let them go about 15-20 minutes or so until I can stick a fork through them. Okay, so I've got these at just a really mild boil. I said a simmer, but it's basically the same thing. You don't want a very violent boiling water. It will start to break the potatoes apart and make them very watery, and it's really hard to get the water out when you're trying to mash them. So that's the reason. I mean, besides that, 212 degrees is 212 degrees, whether it looks like it's wildly boiling or barely boiling. The heat level is still the same. So this is going to go for about 15 minutes, and we will move on to mashing. So the potatoes are done. Poked a little fork in there, and they broke apart pretty good. We're going to strain the potatoes. Now I want to put them back in here and put them back on the stove just for a minute, because I want to get any excess water that might be still in them. We can kind of get that out. It really does help, because the last thing you want is a watery potato. So it just takes a second, but it's worth doing. All right. So what I have here, and this is how I like to do this, is with beaters, with a hand mixer. And I heated up the milk because I learned something a long time ago watching Tyler Florence. If you use cold milk to whip the potatoes, it will become paste. It will become wallpaper paste, and it'll be, you won't be happy. But if you heat it up, it actually keeps that from happening, and you can whip them. You can do it this however you want. So I'm gonna add a little salt. And a little grind of pepper. And I'm going to put a few slices of butter in here to start. And I'm going to add a little bit of milk. I'm not going to add it all. I just kind of want to see how much I'm going to need. So I'm going to do about half of it. And we whip. That looks pretty good, but I think I'm going to add a little bit more milk. Make it a little more creamy. So then we're going to give it a taste here to see. Oh yeah, man, that's good. I believe everything's correct. Oh, and by the way, I'm eating these, not the whole world. So yes, I just double dipped with my finger. If I was serving other people, I would not have done that. But everything looks good. I think, you know what, I'm gonna add just a little bit more butter because, well, I like butter. But the salt and everything, is really good. The level of all that is really good. So. All right, so
chunk of butter.
So my cameraman is being a little anal, but I got it all done. All right, so these are done. I'm gonna get everything together, and then we're going to assemble our dinner. Okay, so let's plate these dinners. So I've got my potatoes here. I had some frozen corn I threw in here with some butter, salt and pepper, and it's not corn season, so that's how I did it. So I'm gonna take a little potato. And a little more potato in this one because it didn't get enough. And then I'm gonna take a little corn. And we're gonna throw some corn everywhere while we're doing this. All right. And so to go with this, I made this compound butter. It is the roasted garlic butter. So what I'm gonna do, this is all cooled off now, so the butter won't melt. And we're gonna put these in the freezer. So the best thing about this now, you can put a dollop of this on each patty, and when you take it out to heat it up, take this dollop off of here and then heat it up in the microwave, and then drop this on there, and you'll have the biggest moisture bomb. And it's got roasted garlic. I mean, that is just some outstanding stuff. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my version of a Nighthawk TV dinner. You're a smart ass, and I'm a smart ass. You're a dumb ass, and I'm a dumb ass. So just shut up and cook the damn food.